welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and I am your delightful hostess, ha 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 ha, on this podcast all about knitting and spinning and dyeing yarn. I come to you right outside of Lima, Ohio, and I share this lovely abode with my puppy dog, Ginger Snap, my kitty cat, Purdy, and my dear loving husband, Randy. Anyways, today, I have to look at my notes, is August 1st, and this is episode number 126. There'll be some importance about the date in a minute. You can find me on Ravelry as Napier's Knits, and also there's a podcast group for Naturally Kim's Knitting. Just go to the groups thing and search, or search under groups for Naturally Kim's Knitting. And if you join in there, you can be part of our knit-alongs, giveaways, all kinds of things. You can also find me on Etsy as Napier's Knits. That's my shop where I sell my Napier's Knits yarns. And you can find me on Instagram as knittin_Kim, although since I've got my new phone, I have been really bad about posting on Instagram. I'm going to try to get back to this. And then you can find me as Naturally Kim's Knitting on YouTube, Blogger, and WordPress. Phew! We don't have any new members this week, but I'm sorry, but we have some knit-alongs. And with today being August 1st, I did my drawing with Random Number Generator for the entries for the month of July from Finished Objects. And I have 3 winners. Now Hour, you win 2 beautiful skeins of Rowan's Fine Lace, 50-gram balls. These were donated by Fizona. Thank you, Fizona. And these will both be yours to make a lovely, wonderful, soft, lacy something. This is 80% baby Surrey alpaca and 20% fine merino. So I hope you enjoy that. Then we had I think 27 entries for this month. So Linda, LMECOLL, and Handmade Studio 11, you each win 1 pattern from Ravelry up to $7.50. Just make sure that they're giftable, okay? All of you need to get in touch with me, PM me through Ravelry or whatever, by August 16th. If I don't have your address or your choice of pattern by that time, it gets forfeited. I'm sorry, but I've got to set limits sometimes. So that means with the prize going out for July, we have started a new month for the Finished Object Knit-along. What do you need to do to enter that? Oh, it's easy. I'm sorry, I'm just goofy today. I'm always goofy though. It's easy though. All you have to do is first of all be a member of Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group. Then you go to the FO thread and you take a picture of your item and you put it in the thread, and if you have a name for your item, please go, or a pattern name, please put that in there. If it's your own design and you want to sell it on Ravelry or something, put the pattern name in. Let's see. That's about it. I don't know what prize. I will let you know next week what the first place prize will be. I'm not for certain yet. I'm looking around trying to determine. I will let you know. Sorry about that. I thought I was all ready. You know, it always happens. Just as I start talking, I realize, ooh, you don't have this, you don't have this, and I apologize. Now, we have a couple other knit-alongs besides the Finished Object one that are going on now. We have 1 more month for the Tin Can Knits knit-along. All you have to do for that is knit one of Tin Can Knits patterns. They have many free ones. They have some that cost money. But for 1 through 10 entries, it will be, it'll be 1 pattern from the Tin Can Knits. And then if I have over 10, it will be something else. I know I've mentioned it, but yeah. Oh, I'll mention it again. I don't have it out here, but it'll be 2 skeins, 50 grams of the Rowan Baby Merino Silk DK, 1 shell pink, and 1 cloud. Also donated by Fizona. Thank you. Then, of course, we have a self-promoting one, and I'm sorry. I just really wanted to see what people are doing out of the yarn I've dyed. I keep saying my yarn, but if you're making it, it's your yarn. It's the Napier's Knit Knit-Along. It can be any creation using Napier's Knits yarn. Now, the yarn is now on sale for $18. You can use a coupon code, which you can find on my podcast, on Blogger or WordPress or Ravelry, I hope. If you go there and click on it, it'll take you to the store, and you can get an additional discount on it. Now, that coupon code only runs through August 4th, though. So after that, it'll be the $18 plus shipping. Let's see. The rules, all the rules for the knit-alongs can be found on their respective threads. And for the Napier's knit-along, first prize is going to be a skein of one of my yarns. After that, we'll determine if we have more than 10 entries what it'll be. Okay. Wow. I think that's it for knit-alongs. for announcements. You know me, I love a good knit-along. So, what do I have? I just got this new phone with my fancy little case this week. So my show notes are on my phone. My phone is working. It is wonderful. So I have things on my needle. Some things I'm not working on, and those I'm not mentioning. They're hibernating for right now. They will be coming out of hibernation soon. Now, the first is a pattern I am going to be posting. What do you think? Should I post it before I finish it? Or should I for sale. Or should I post it now, let some people work it, and then post it? Or then, should I put it up for sale in Ravelry now, before it's finished? Or should I wait until I finish the sock and then put it in Ravelry for sale? There. The first week, the first day, it will be a free pattern. And if any of you are interested in pattern testing for me, just put a little note underneath the show notes for this time. I would love to know. But this is a pattern. I don't want to put it too close. I don't want you to see too much. But you can't really see the pattern unless I put it really close. But this is called Spread Your Wings. And this is going to be a pair of Christmas socks. But I love it. I showed it to my husband last night, and he goes, "That's a perfect name for it." So Spread Your Wings, and I know you can't see the pattern, but there is a very good reason for that. Designers don't often want to have their patterns shown until they're finished. And yes, this is a pattern of mine. I'm sorry, it got caught on another knitting bag. Well, I guess since I have, and I've got 2 socks. I do have 2 socks in that. Sorry, I should have got them both out. They're both at the same place because I do one pattern repeat on one sock, then I do it on the other. So yes. Okie dokie. And since this one really wanted to make its presence known, I'll show this. My husband keeps laughing at me because, except last night I didn't work on these. He goes, "Oh, where's the blue socks? I love the blue socks." Well, these are my soup kitchen socks, and these are scrap yarn. And, okay. So I started with this color, which that was a pair of socks that I made for my son. It was patents, but I don't remember what. It was years ago. This is from a pair of socks that I made for a Christmas gift for this year. This was for a pair of socks that I made for my son-in-law. And then I've got this vibrant blue, which my husband goes, "Oh my goodness." He goes, "Somebody's going to love that." I said, "Well, I hope so." But I made myself a pair of socks from this. This was leftover from a sock blank that I got from Gail's Art. So, this is sock number 1. And sock number 2 is a little farther along. I didn't realize. I'm going to have to get working on sock number 1 today. So, I should show it this way, I guess. What do you think? Is it too crazy? I hope somebody from the soup kitchen will like it. you know, it's, I could have used that yarn with something else, but I told you last week how it is I picked my yarn. I kind of put my hand in my leftover sock yarn container, and I grab a skein and or a ball, and that's what I grabbed. Oh goodness, I tell you. Then Harley is really coming along. I'm so proud of this. Should I not say that about something I'm making myself? I never know. Do you guys brag on yourselves when you make something you really like? Harley! Oh, I'll show you this way. Because, look, I got the bottom cabling done. Isn't Harley, on the one side, isn't Harley gorgeous? Now I'm going to finish the front, hopefully today, the cabling, and then possibly I'll be starting on the sleeves. I'm so excited. I love this. I hope my daughter loves it. I never know if she watches my podcast or not, but I always have to. She knows it's coming. But that came from the Twist and Tweed book from Knit Picks. Their books aren't on sale anymore, but it's still a good buy. $24.99, and I want to make, I believe I want to make every single pattern in here. So, you know, and I might make the Harley for myself and for my one for my daughter. So, that's the book it's from. Then, I can't find my information. Oh, the yarn is Plymouth Select DK Merino Superwash in color 1017. And I'm using US 5 or 3.75 millimeter needles. And I tell you, I love it. It's not my size. Or otherwise I'd say if my daughter doesn't love it, I'll take it. But it's not my size. Excuse the rustling of the bag. This is my World Wildlife Fund bag. I get one of these every year because I donate in memory of my little boy who's in heaven. Now, before I get on to the other things that I'm knitting, I want to show you this. Because my granddaughter asked me to make her a hooded sweatshirt, but it can't have buttons. It can either have a zipper or it can be pull over the head. So I'm making her a pull over of the head, which the expat knitting just put out sweater pattern. And it's Gnome something, I don't remember the name. I will talk about it more when I actually start it. But she wanted it in blue. Shock. Because her favorite colors, if anybody's bought Genevieve yarn, it's red, pink, and purple. She wants blue. So I got some merino nylon yarn. And this is Kool-Aid. It's their blue raspberry, I guess. And I dyed all the yarn with an undercoat of blue. And then, I don't know if you can see the speckles of little color throughout there. I then sprinkled it with green and orange. I don't think I got any red. But, because she wanted polka dots. And polka dots, I don't enjoy doing on knitting. So, it's not going to be polka dots, but it'll be speckles. And it's going to be she wanted either a kitty cat or a giraffe sweater. And I told her, I said, oh, okay. So I had an idea in my head. Well, then this pattern came out, and I thought, okay, all I'm going to do is put a little nose and some whiskers on the sweater. I'm not going to put the eyes. The eyes are where I always mess up anyways. So I had to show you that because I am so thrilled with that. I have some more spinning to do. But after I finish Harley, it'll be Genevieve's sweater I'll be working on. Now, I have some pattern tests, and excuse me just a minute, I have to bend down. Both of these dear ladies have given me permission to talk about their patterns on here. And one of them, in case you haven't seen on the Ravelry thread, there is a discount code for patterns on her website. Sorry, this is very, this is gorgeous. Look at this. I don't want to put it too close, but look at this shawl. This is by Mila's Knitting Corner. I have pattern tested for Mila before. And oh my goodness, she does such a wonderful job. Oh, I love this. And believe it or not, well, do I have? I don't think I have the wrap. but it's one of those Caron big balls, and this is a worsted weight yarn. This is what the pattern's written for. It's worsted weight, and I just wanted to see how long I could make it. You can make it as short or as long as you want, but I have, oh, this much left to do, and I'm going to see how far I can get. I should have it finished before next week, but Mila told me I could talk about it, and then she has a 50% off coupon on any of her patterns with the code thank you, one word, at Mila's Knit Corner. So check her out. She's got lovely patterns. She really does. Then I don't know if I've talked about my love of most things Celtic. Well, there is a designer, Triona's Designs on Ravelry. She works Celtic knotwork into her projects. This is a hat. I think I figured last night, 10 rows from working on the crown. Look at that. This is so beautiful. I keep telling her that. I tell her I've worked on this a little bit over a week, I think now. And last week I didn't show her a picture of how far I've got, but this week I told her, I said, this is gorgeous. This is so lovely. I love it. So I sent her a picture of how far I am. But Mila and Triona, they do designs for my heart. Cece does too, and she had something to pattern test, but I might possibly have another pattern test for East London Knits, and so I didn't want to pick up another one, plus my own socks. So, let's see. So with all that going on, I had to rip out a chemo cap. Unbeknownst to me, my husband vacuumed the other day, and I didn't get my knitting. I work on the chemo caps while I'm bouncing on my ball for exercise, and I'd set it down, I put the ball away, and he vacuumed, and he broke my knitting needle. And since I wasn't real thrilled with this yarn for a chemo cap, I decided, let's just make a scarf. And I didn't bring it over. It's working up really fast. It's just a very basic pattern, but I will hopefully have to show it to you next week. Maybe not finished, but at least farther along. But I have no finished objects. It would have been a chemo cap, but, you know, things happen. Sorry, you know me, this is my Pure Leaf, but this is strawberry and garden mint. I almost brought mint in for my garden. I have chocolate mint, regular peppermint, and pineapple mint. And I almost brought some in, but I don't need it. Okay, I had a question posed to me. So, she goes, hello, Kim. I'd be interested to know how you store your yarn. I've seen many knitters complaining about moths this year and was wondering if this was an issue for you, and are there any preventable measures you take? I've not really had issues. Now, I keep my yarn in storage boxes. I would show you, except I have loose threads hanging from it, so it looks kind of sloppy right now. But it's in a little, I guess you'd call it a knick-knack shelf. Oh, about this tall. There's 4 cubbies down, 3 across. And then my husband also bought me some milk crates that I have stacked up. But they are out in the open. Now, I have had issues when I've put them in closets before. I've had moths get them. What can I do next? Oh, I left my fan on again. I'm sorry. I never thought about that. I could put lavender or peppermint with it, and that would take care of the moths. Since I don't care for the smell of mothballs, but lavender and peppermint, I did remember that. That works very well. In fact, I might go ahead and put some out now just as a preventative caution. Because even though it's August 1st, it feels like September. It just, right around our county fair time, which we have 4-H county fair every year, it always starts raining. And either you have bone dry ground, or you have mud, mud that you sink in, ground. We have not had a dry spell long enough this summer, praise God, that we've had bone dry ground. And we're looking like more rain today, so I don't think it's going to happen. So it just feels like it's fair time, and it's felt like that for 2 weeks. Now it feels like going back to school time, which our kids usually start end of August, beginning of September. And in fact, when I got up this morning, I asked my husband, I said, so was it foggy this morning? Because I hadn't opened the curtains yet. He goes, no. I said, it just feels like beginning of school. Feels like it should be foggy, but it's not. Anyways, to get me started. So, yeah, I try to go natural when I can for preventing things. And I just looked at my chart. I have a chart above my computer that I keep natural aids for pest control. And moths, it's peppermint and lavender. I might go and pick some of my peppermint and just put it in there. I might try and do that just as a preventative. I might just do that. But I've not had an issue. But that's an idea. If anybody else has any ideas, just put it under the show notes for this week. I'd love to hear. Okay, now as you guys know, I am an affiliate with Knitpicks. If you don't know, you know now. I am an affiliate with Knitpicks. And they have a yarn sale every month. And this month, it's Wool of the Andes. It's a wonderful superwash wool yarn. I have used it before. I love dyeing with it. I can't buy any right now. But they have their worsted weight and they have their bulky on sale. And it's great. I need to take this off my show notes. Their books are not on sale anymore. But they also have a lot of wonderful things under clearance to look at too. Okay, I'm just kind of going along my show notes now. As far as my resolutions for the year, I wasn't able to add to any of them. Except for I have a nice plus for one resolution, but it's not a knitting one. As many of you who've watched me for a while, I have had a number of surgeries. I have arthritis. I have rheumatoid and I have osteoarthritis. Rheumatoid hits my hands and my feet, and that's why I'm always knitting, is because it keeps my hands from freezing up. I can't knit with my feet, or it would help them. But I've had both knees and both shoulders replaced, and I've had disc fusion in my neck. Oh, and I've had thumb repair. So I told my husband, after my thumb repair last year, I am going to go at least a year without any surgeries. It's been over a year. My back has been acting up, and I dreaded going to the doctor, but okay. I went, and my orthopedic doctor said, why don't we try first exercises? And so they gave me some core exercises. They really didn't help. Then they said, after that, you could go to a pain management doctor, which I thought, oh, pain management's going to mean more pills. I really don't, one of the reasons I like natural things is because I take so many medications that I don't want to add to it. So I try to go natural as much as I can otherwise. But went to him, saw him yesterday, and he goes, there's a little procedure we can do. He goes, we'll give you a numbing shot, and then we'll give you a cortisol shot. Now what we want you to do is, after that numbing shot, it works for about 2 hours. He goes, I want you to go out and I want you to do the things that would normally hurt your back, and you tell me if this numbing shot works, because if it does, that's going to be the route we go from now on. And there's no sedation. It's just a shot. And it's a numbing shot. And he goes, we can make it, I think he said that they can make it so it lasts for either 6 months or a year. And I'm thrilled. I'd much rather have a shot than have more pills or have surgery. So, yay! I told him that. He goes, I don't blame you. But, so this is my Gabby section, in case you haven't, although I gab throughout all of it. As you know, my son is getting married in September 22nd. And we're having well, I'm not. My son's future mother-in-law is having a bridal shower this weekend. And it's like a 3-hour drive there, a 3-hour drive back. And so we're going to a bridal shower for my son and his wife. It's going to be a co-ed bridal shower. I've never been to one before. So this will be interesting. My husband gets to come with me. And and it's going to be based on a luau. So I'm excited. Maybe I'll take some pictures, show them to you guys next week. It'll be fun. So I have that going on, which means I'll get to see my son. I wish I could see my daughter too, but that won't happen, not till the wedding. Okay, I haven't received my knit crate yet. I just received confirmation it's in the mail. So there might be a special knit crate episode between now and next week. If not, I'll put it at the end of next week's video and you can decide whether you watch it or not. But there is a code if you would like to have money off a subscription. All you have to do is go to my show updates, my show notes, and there's a link there. Just click on the link. Easy. Nice yarn. Nice patterns. Free. I'm sorry, not free. Money off. It's a deal. Okay, now after this, I'm going to just put a in fact, I don't know if I'll put a shop update this week because the merchandise is the same as it was last week. I've not sold any this month. I'm so sad because I really want to dye some more yarn, but I promised my husband I wouldn't until I sell some. So, but don't forget there is the coupon for money off of my Napier's Knits yarn, and it is $18 a skein. The coupon's only good through the 4th of this month. So anyways, I think that's about it. Whew! I feel like I've been talking for a long, long time. I guess I've been talking for almost a half hour, which is my normal. But by the time we put the intro and whatever else I put at the beginning, it'll be a half hour. Anyways, I thank you guys for putting up with my gabbiness, my silliness today. I am just really happy, even though my husband's gone overnight, so I'm not happy about that, but, I don't know. I just feel really good, and I had good news from my doctor, so I guess that's why. I hope you guys all have a great rest of the week. I hope you have a great beginning of August, which leads to a great month of August. Don't forget our 2 knit-alongs that end at the end of the month. 3 knit-alongs end at the end of the month. Tin Can Knits, Napier's Knits, and the Finished Object. But anyways, I hope you have a great August, a great week, because you'll see me next week. And I hope all your projects go well. I hope you don't make any mistakes in your projects, but if you do, I hope they're little ones that are easy to repair. I love you all. Big, big hugs, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.